Now, I have made about 3 or 4 videos, lengthy videos, on me trying to expose exactly what these mounds are, these supposed mound building narrative really is. They're well worth watching, some of my best work to date. Now, I have done this in the way that if anybody was to go to any site and go search either images or just the information itself, these images I'm going to show you now will come up on the first page straight away, right? So anybody can go find them. Okay, so the video here is showing a recovery from a collapsed building. Now, well, my point here, I suppose, is archaeologists of the future, let's say 300 years from today, if there was some kind of event, some type of collapse, tsunami, some event destroyed our civilization today, and archaeologists of the future came across a mound, then would they too come to the conclusion that there have been some type of mound builders in the past that were just building up these mounds for some of the reasons that I might point out shortly? Probably not, after they would excavate them, because in this case there would still be some rubble left. Likely not pieces of metal and plastic, because everything would erode just after a couple of 100 years. Let's say 400 years has passed. Maybe not the language would have changed, but I'm pretty sure that you would get some deciphering. You know, there will be, I don't know, pictures of Superman on the wall that might be looked at as being gods or something, and that they were worshipping stuff, you know, finding pieces of pottery. Because pottery is one of the few fragments we would leave behind which would almost last forever. But they might come across remnants of these sewage works, fountains, gardens, aqueducts, or what they might deem to be aqueducts if their site manager leaned in the direction, or he had more knowledge on Romans, say, and that is what the site would put down to, is my point. Well, I wasn't there during the excavation of these mounds, but I am pretty sure that there still would have been some remnant of beams, some type of structural work from these once being mud hut type buildings, wooden buildings, which is what I think 90%, if not higher, of all of them were. And I will try to point that out to you now. Obviously they were finding some bodies in some of these mounds. In my opinion, it would be something as similar to the 2012 tsunami in Japan. Maybe these people were caught in their houses, or they were just huddled in their houses. I figured this out about 7 years ago, and just as I've been searching for images for this video, you can see from this one here, it's pretty obvious that somebody's realised it since, I don't know if they've seen my work, but if you look at the centre, you can see the remnant, what would be left of a house, and the rest of it got covered over time and time again, and just ended up being a mound. They're not mounds built just for some stupid reason to track the sun, or to eventually build a house on top of, for flooding or something like that. You would just build on higher ground in the first place. There are some artist depictions of these. I don't think they were found this perfectly. There might even been some people living on top of them. I would say the round ones were the ones more like wood huts. The ones that are almost square shaped would have been built with wood, similar to a barn or something like that, but definitely more refined.